happened there. There has been story that is transmitted in between that process. So one of the best places also that we can derive the story of our pitch is in our everyday workspace. These experiences shape how our products and services go. For example, if a company has been in, in operation for many years, and you find that, which is normal, that this product that you develop is not having that traction anymore, and you really got to do a turnaround, redefine, reinvent it. And for you to do that, you have to present a story that conveys why you are moving from this point where it's not working to develop a new one. It's really important. Oh, we tried writing with this many times, it gets stuck. Okay, now we're gonna bring a new product which is going to change this. How many of us remember the time that Steve Jobs, after his long absence from a company he founded, he came back. When he came back, he saw a company that had many products. What did he do? Wiped it all down, told the team, get me 4 products that is viable. Get to work and scrape everything off. Why? The story behind those products is simply, it wasn't working. And that was also what led to the development of the iPhone, which we all carry now. He came up with the idea, I need one phone that with one tap of a button does everything for me. I do not need a manual to operate it. That's the story. Went to his garage, he started building it. Today, we are inspired by such things. And that's how, in your designing your products and services, you need to imbibe stories into your product. And it's really important for us to think, because like Simon Sinek said, I think a lot of us know this. The golden cycle, developed by Simon Sinek. The why. Remember when we started, the why factor, the why we are doing it, the why our product needs to be there. That's the story we need to be telling. Why did we develop this? I was stuck in rural active when coming to, and it didn't work, and I just had to find an alternative, right? Did it happen in a day? Might have been a couple of days, right? Months. Then you start noticing, okay, how do I solve this problem? Okay, start writing it down. Okay, what do I develop to make it come to a solution? And who is the solution for? And how do I coin that? Or this into this. And that's why you would see some products. They would have okay, this the story about this, it's on the package of the product because it's essential for people to connect. And this is really essential for us to connect to our die-hard customers. You know the die-hard customers? I think, the die-hard customers are those that, irrespective of what you sell, they will buy.
I use them as the whales. Yeah, and actually it's for the gaming industry. You know that all these apps, games are for free, but then you have to start paying for additional features. They have, their main target is not like everyone, but find the whales, because they will buy everything. They will spend thousands and thousands and thousands of euros or dollars on the game, and they will overcome having 1 million unpaid users. They will spend that amount of money. So I knew them as a whale, not as a.
So they are die-hard customers. And the reason why I decided to call them die-hard customers is they will come with you. So you have to find a way to communicate your stories to them. These die-hard customers are people that you need to explain the why factor, the sell, and then find how package. And why we brought this into action is not because the Simon Sinek's golden cycle actually applies in many situations. So let's assume it's in a story situation now. Why are we telling this story? How are we going to tell it? Is it going to be a topic story? Is it going to be an innovation story? Is it going to be a turnaround story? Is it going to be a founding story? Why you started building this product? You need to find a way to do that. And what? What's your story? You fell on the bike from a bike, right? People arguing in your household. What's the story? And how can I relate that to my product? Which goes back to my stress. Where's my stress? And that's the thing. The idea that someone needs to know how, what, and where the product comes from. If you look at the original Simon Sinek golden cycle, it has only 3 components, which is the why, how. But we've modified it here to say, okay, who are we gonna tell that story to? Who is your customer? Who is your investor? So the who factor also is really important. Who needs to hear that story? Because that's the person that you would actually then convert to your die-hard, your will. And that's where it's really important that taking a journal on everything that happens around, what you would notice after time is, okay, that is how it happened. Okay? Oh, that's the who. Oh, then you start modifying that product to suit the need of those people. I love what you did when you stepped here. And I'm not putting you on stage, but I'm kind of also trying to learn. When you started Web 3.0, I was like, okay, how does this kind of feeling? I don't know anything about it. But there were key things you mentioned that actually puts it in perspective. I would have come from. The day you started thinking about this, where were you? Do you remember?
No.
What happened?
The main story is that when I was on the same shoes, let's say, of these people whom I would like to onboard, I was trying to find the source where I can learn in a coherent way all this knowledge. And I struggled because I didn't find. That's how this failure came. I was trying to find a job in Web3 and to learn before that.
That's a story that's on the customer. Oh, there was a need. You needed a job. What you needed was not at your disposal. Then you found a way to start. Okay, how do I actually make it happen? How do I kind of bring this to? And this applies to all other products that we are actually designing. We all stumbled upon it one day. We all started thinking about it one day. We all came upon the problem. And we all started moving from that idea phase to the phase where we started actually, you know what? I'm going to write something. I'm going to actually start working on this. That's what we need to communicate to our clients and to people that we are, to our investors and people like that. So, this was supposed to be an individual task whereby we come up with stories about the products. We've done this basically by the discussion we had or you had with your group. What I want to do now, in maybe less than 2 minutes, okay? How do you then connect that story to your product? So in concluding that story you started, can you connect the story you told with your colleague and coin it into your product and communicate that? Is that possible for us to get that in 1 minute? And I would want if someone could, or 2 people could actually say, okay, this is the story and this is the product. Can we get back going, please? So in 1 minute, go back to the stories you were telling and connect the product and the story and present it to your co-founder, to your customers, to your investors in less than 1 minute.
Communication.